Hello, fabulous people. Welcome back to Make the Move News with your fiercely independent host, Carla Garrick of Porcupine Real Estate. I'm so happy to join you again today. We'll be talking about what's coming up next week in the Free State Project and in the Free State of New Hampshire. Of course, it is the week before the election, and so that is probably going to be primarily what is happening up here. But before we get to Tuesday, which is November 5th, remember the 5th of November, and do go vote for your friends and fellow Free Staters here in New Hampshire. And of course, if you haven't moved yet, you don't have the privilege of voting for your friends, but I would love to help you move here. So what's coming up this weekend? Not tomorrow, on Saturday, we actually have a move in for clients that I sold a house to. So it's very exciting to have new people coming from Maine to New Hampshire. And they will be having their move-in party at 3 p.m. on Saturday. That is near Stark in Dummer, New Hampshire. And you can get more information on the Free State Project calendar. You can always find out what's going on at fsp.org/calendar. On Friday and Saturday this week at the Shell, which is our community center over on the Free Coast Seacoast in Rollinsford, New Hampshire, we will have a comedy show from Robbie the Fire Bernstein. Robbie, of course, is the actual funny guy on Part of the Problem. Oh, yes, I did. And he will be entertaining us this weekend on Friday and Saturday. You can get your tickets by going to the Shell's website. Then coming up during the week next week, as I had already mentioned, on Tuesday, November 5th, we have the elections. Please go out and support your candidates, including me. I am running in Manchester, and I would appreciate your vote if you are here. On Wednesday, the 11/6, so on Wednesday the 6th, we at the Free State Project are doing a huge fundraiser. It'll be like, hey, we're through the elections and now let's get down to business. We will be telling people more about the Granite Gulch Initiative. We are having a nice little dinner at the Foundry here in Manchester. If you're interested in contributing or coming to that, please do email Eric Brakey, our executive director, at brakey@fsp.org. That is BRAKE. sp.org. That is to learn more about the Granite Gulch Initiative that we are launching for the Free State Project. Also coming up this week or next week on Mondays, there's always the Liberty and Cigars meetup that takes place in Londonderry at the Twin Smoke Shop. On Tuesday, as I mentioned, remember, the 5th of November, we have the elections, but there is also Taproom Tuesday that will be over at Murphy's Taproom on Elm Street. On Wednesday, November 6th at 5 p.m., you can join AFP New Hampshire for their phone banking. That should be interesting. That is at South Willow Street in Manchester. Thursday, November 7th, we have Dover Liberty Outreach Meetup that takes place in Somersworth, because everything has to be confusing. That is at the Omnium Brewing in Somersworth, and that is at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Friday, they will be screening the movie Am I Racist?, which is showing at the Shell. That again is in Rollinsford. I actually saw this movie, for what it's worth, when it came out, and it's pretty funny. It's Matt Walsh's latest foray into the woke culture stuff. So if that's your beef and that's your thing, you can join them on Friday, November 8th at 6:30 at the Shell in Rollinsford for that movie. Saturday the 9th at 4 p.m., there is the Carroll County Freedom Potluck. That is Saturday, November 9th, 4 p.m., Carroll County Freedom Potluck. That takes place in Madison, New Hampshire. And then next Sunday, November 10th at 6 p.m. at the Independence Inn in Stratford. There is a Porcupines in Action, and that is basically where you get together and kind of talk about what your schemes are and what's coming up and what you are working on. So that's pretty much what's happening here in the Free State over the next week or so. I would also love to tell you about a cute little property I saw. This is something that's going up for auction in Conway, which is way up there in the north. So it's about 2 hours north of Manchester, but it's a massive opportunity. It is a town hall that is going on sale on auction. There is no minimum bid. There's $1,000 to play. And so if you're interested in buying the old town building in Conway, New Hampshire, currently listed for $433,900. It'll probably sell for less than that. That auction is taking place November 9th. And if you want to know more about that, you can email me at carla@porcupinerealestate.com. That is the best way to get a hold of me. I am selling houses left, right, and center, and I want to sell one to you. So come find me, carla@porcupinerealestate.com. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, a good place to go to find out more about what's happening, fsp.org/calendar. And I'll be back again next week. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.